Hi, I'm Jared Quinlan, real estate photographer and videographer. And in today's video, I thought I'd talk to you about what I think are some of the best ways that you can spend your money to invest in yourself and your business. Let's look at it. So the things I'm going to talk about today are what I think are the best things you can spend your money on. These aren't necessarily in any order, but let's look at it. So the first thing that I would say it's worth spending some money on is a good case to carry your gear. We literally have thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in a case with cameras and backup cameras and flashes and lenses and all sorts of other things. It can add up to several $1,000s. And if you're hauling that back and forth maybe 2-3 times a day in and out of people's houses into all sorts of strange environments and in traffic, it's just a little nice peace of mind to know that you have a good sturdy case that your stuff is in. Now, I use a Pelican case. You don't have to use that. You do your own homework and look in and find a case that works for you. But what I like about the Pelican case is it has a rugged, sturdy outside. People could jump on it and stand on it. It's waterproof. And so when I haul that into a stranger's house and maybe they have kids or dogs and I have to take out the things I need and then leave that case somewhere, if some kid starts jumping on it or a dog hits it or whatever, I still have that peace of mind that it's safe in that case. And so I also know when I'm driving in traffic, if I were to get in a car accident, that hopefully my thousands and thousands of dollars worth of gear isn't going to get destroyed. And it adds just that one extra piece to know that it's in a really solid case. Now, it may not protect it at all car accidents, obviously, but it just adds a little extra peace of mind inside to know that my stuff might be okay. Let's look at the next one. Now, at this point in the video, you might be asking yourself, when is he going to say camera? When is he going to say I need to invest in a good camera? Well, I'm going to tell you that's not on the list. A camera body does not make or break what you do. In fact, you could get by with a camera body that is, right now you could get by with one that's 7-8 years old easily, and the picture quality would still be just fine. So camera body is not going to be on this list. But what is going to be on this list is good glass or good lenses. So having a good camera lens will last you several camera bodies. So it's a good investment, and it makes a much bigger difference in the look and style of your pictures that you want than any camera body will ever do. Having good camera lenses, not only will a lot of times they retain their value several years down the road, whereas a camera body can go down to half in just a couple of years because the next greatest, latest model has come out. But camera glass will stick around for quite a while, and you will get much better results out of spending a little bit more money on good glass than you will on having a good camera body. So for that reason, spend the extra money and get good glass. So the next place I think it's worth spending a little bit of money is on a good computer. I know computers can be expensive, but you're probably, as a real estate photographer, going to be sitting in front of that computer for hours and hours and hours a day, or add that up over a week or a month. And the quicker that computer can be to load pictures and export pictures and to move pictures around when you're editing them, that time starts to add up. And that time is worth money to you. That's time you could be spent marketing. That's time you could be out doing an extra shoot. That time really adds up. And I think that in the end, it's worth knowing that you have a computer that could last you 4 or 5 years. Now that may start getting outdated at 4 or 5 years, but it's just a good investment to know that you could quickly and easily import, export, and get your pictures finished. So for that reason, I think it's a great way to spend your money on getting a good computer. So my next recommendation would be to get a good tripod. Now, I don't have a great tripod, so listen more to what I say than to the gear I have on this one. But a good tripod, photographers will tell you that some of them have had their tripods 20, 25 years or more. And they'll tell you they're good because they spent money and they got a good durable tripod. But if you spend a small amount and get a cheap tripod, you will end up having to rebuy that tripod 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And you could have just spent the money once and got a good one that will last you. So spending the money on a good tripod I think is always a good investment. It's something you're going to use every single day of your career as a real estate photographer, and many, many, many times in just that day. It's going to come into your car, out of your car. It's going to get banged up, and it's a good investment to have a good one and a rugged one that can take the daily grind. So my next and last recommendation on where to spend a decent amount of money for your real estate photography business is to get a good office space. Now, that office space can be in your house, but spend a little extra money and get it set up right. Get it set up the way that you want it. Get it set up so that it's comfortable, because you're probably going to be spending a ton of your time in there. A business isn't easy to run, any business. And real estate photography, you're going to spend more than most people in that office, meaning that you are going to be editing pictures all of the time. You are going to be uploading and downloading and working on those pictures on your computer. And you're going to need a spot where you can get away from the family, where you can shut off from the world and really concentrate on the work that you need to do. And so for that reason, I think it's a great reason to spend a little extra money on setting up the workspace that you need. Make sure that you've got a way to block yourself off from the world. Make sure that there's a way that you could play some music. Make sure that maybe you spend the extra money to get some speakers. Get a good chair so that you're comfortable, because you know you're going to be sitting there for a long time. Make sure maybe you get a good screen so that you know that your eyes are just going to be killing you. You're going to have a headache at the end of the day. Whatever it is, spend that extra money to get your office set up really, really well, because you're going to be spending a ton of time there and you need to be comfortable. Don't ever forget that. All right, guys, those are my best recommendations on how to spend your money as a real estate photographer. Maybe what you spend just a little bit more money on than some of the other things. If you have some other ideas on what you think you should spend more money on, put them in the comments down below. Other than that, if you give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And always, as always, please subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks, everybody.